Well, if someone says the word heroin, you might get a mental image of what you think a heroin user looks like. But in Bexar County, that picture is changing dramatically. The Defender's Myra Arthur shares the story of a woman who went from working in a law office to working the streets in order to feed her habit.
I got like best smile and I got like best dress in my senior class.
The daughter of an attorney and later working for an attorney herself, Jamie Hodges' addiction began with a trip to the dentist in 2000.
And they took my molars out and they gave me Vicodin. It made me feel like I could be happy cleaning, like I could be happy doing dishes was fun.
Jamie visited numerous dentists to keep the pills coming, taking 10 Vicodin at a time. The prescriptions ran out. That's when a neighbor offered up an alternative.
She told me her brother did heroin. And I was like, well, I've heard about heroin. Will it do the same thing? And she said yes.
Jamie's story is not uncommon, as the face of heroin is not what it once was.
But it was older Hispanic males. Now if we look at the state data, it's younger Anglos who are using heroin.
Specifically, more affluent young white women. Most of them, like Jamie, begin with a prescription pill addiction that morphs into heroin. A life-threatening transformation many won't admit to.
If they're that housewife or that professional person who suddenly is having to admit to a very real drug problem, that has big ramifications for them.
We were working in a law office and we were shooting up heroin in the restroom at our lunch break.
Jamie's addiction cost her that job. After turning to prostitution in 2008, pregnancy put things in perspective.
Like, I never would have thought of putting anything up my nose, and look what happened.
Anybody is susceptible to this. Just because you've never had a drug addiction problem, just because you've never had an alcohol problem, doesn't mean that you couldn't in the future.
Myra Arthur, KSAT 12 News.
Jamie hasn't been using drugs since 2008, thanks to help from the Center for Healthcare Services. We have a link to the center posted on KSAT.com, and right now on the KSAT Facebook page, you can find a video about what you should do if you feel someone might be susceptible to prescription drug abuse.